Hi, my name is Darrell Craig Harris, and I'm currently this bass player with Cirque du Soleil's Z show at Tokyo Disneyland. And I'm here today to give you practical playing tips and lessons on bass playing and bass technique, including slapping, chord technique, and other basic music ideas. And now I'm going to explain to you the different parts of your bass. First we have the headstock, we have the tuners, we have the neck, we have the fingerboard, the frets, pickups, volume control, pickup fade control, tone knobs, toggle switches, and bridge. Now I'm going to explain your open strings, and let me tell you what the notes are and name the strings. So first, this is string 1, which is the G string. String number 2 here is a D string. String number 3 is your A string. And lastly, string number 4 is your E string. Now let me explain to you how to use your tuner. First, you push the power button, which is here, the red button. Turn it on. Then you plug your cable in from your guitar into this connector here. Okay? Turn your volume up on your bass. Strike your first string, which is your G string. So on here, it's a little flat. So what we want to do is adjust using our tuner to reach the green light in the middle. There. So your G string is now in tune. Now repeat the process for your D string. That's good. It's on the green light. A string. A string's in tune. Lastly, your E string, number 4 string. And your E strings are now in tune. Now you're ready to start. Okay, let's talk about some basic scales in music. I like to start with the C major scale because it's very simple. There's no sharps or flats, and it's also the building block of all music, basically. So what I do is I practice with a metronome and work on getting the notes nice and even. And we're going to go up the scale and down the scale to practice those notes. First, let me tell you the notes in that scale. First, we have C, we have D, E, F, G, A, B, and the octave C on top. So you have the root to the octave. Okay? So now we're going to try that with the metronome, and we're going to go relatively slowly. The important thing is to get the notes nice and even. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. And that's the C major scale playing up through the octave and coming back down. Okay, now we're going to talk about the C minor scale. It's very close to the C major scale, except the third step of the scale, 2, 3, which is the E note, is dropped a half step, or in our case, 1 fret. So let's listen to that. C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B, and C, again on top. Now let's try that with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. and that's the C minor scale. So you have a flat third. So it would be E flat instead of E on the third note. All right? Okay, now we're going to discuss the C blues scale. It's often used in pop and rock music, and maybe more so for soloing, but it's still a great scale to have and to use. So the notes are, again, we're in the key of C. We have C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, C. So one more time. Again, we're going to do that with the metronome, and we want to make the notes nice and even. That's the goal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the C blues scale, and that scale, along with all the other ones, can be played in any key. It doesn't have to be in C. You can move them all around the fretboard. That's one of the great things about our bass instrument, that when you learn the scale pattern, it's easy to move it around and to use it in other keys. So it's useful for all keys and various types of music. All right? Okay, now we're going to talk about, which we've already touched on, but the major and minor third, also the natural 7 versus flat 7 in music. So we already played our C major scale. Okay, so if you count up that scale, 1, 2, 3, that's your third. You go down a half step, that's your minor third. So 1, 2, 3, natural third, 1, 2, minor third. Along with that, staying in C, of course, the C major scale again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the seventh step. If you drop that a half step, which is in our case is 1 fret, that would be a flat 7. So we have C major with a flat 7 and the octave. So let's try that scale, the C major with a flat 7 with the metronome, and practice that. 1, 2, 3, 4.